Today we're going to look at the M&P from Smith & Wesson. Let's get into it.
All right, let's talk about the M&P 9. Okay, now as a lot of the attention after SHOT Show has been on the M&P 9 2.0, this is the original version, and I want to talk to you about this specifically because the 2.0 is on its way out. I don't know exactly when we'll get that and how long it will take to review, but I do want to get you guys up to speed because I haven't really talked about the M&P much in the channel, but I do have a lot of familiarity with it. I have a bit of shooting time on it, especially if you remember the M&P 9C, which I no longer have, but the full size I do have, and I'm putting it through its paces, especially to consider the difference between it and the 2.0 version. Now, a couple folks online have talked about the fact that the 2.0 is a little bit wider. We'll find out about that, we'll look at that, but we'll get into conversation about the 2.0 when it comes in. Right now, I want to talk to you about the strengths of the M&P 9. The strengths are, I think grip and geometry is one of the most natural pointing guns on the market. I think the M&P has a very comfortable grip, and it is known for that. I think that a lot of people have talked about the time and research that Smith & Wesson put into the profile of the grip panels and the profile of the grip, and I think that shows. It is known to be a reliable and accurate, reliable gun, and there's been some question as to its accuracy. My experience has been that it is adequate in the accuracy department, but we're going to do more testing, and we're going to release that testing when we show the contrast between the M&P 9 and the M&P 9 2.0. Some of you have seen that I've talked about, let's run through it real quickly. I like the geometry of the grip. I like the metal sights that come from it. I like the scallop serrations that are pretty positive on the slide. I think they're attractive. I like the natural pointability. I like the shelf on the sights that's good for one-handed manipulations. I like the reliability that I've experienced, and for me it's been a naturally shootable gun. I like the gun quite a bit. Most new shooters that I've put into this gun have disliked it, and I think that that has a lot to do with the extreme curve of the trigger. A lot of people comment on disliking this trigger. I actually think that as Smith & Wesson has evolved this gun, and this is one of the newer models, that the existing gun on the market has a nice clean break and a pretty audible and tactile reset that with just a tiny bit of over travel. I actually think it's a pretty good trigger. I don't like the geometry of the trigger shoe itself. If you had this exact trigger with a different shaped, this exact trigger function with a different shaped trigger shoe, I think it would make all the difference in the world. And I think Apex has built a business around that very fact. So this is completely stock other than the Talon Grips M&P 9, and I'm leaving it that way on purpose for the comparison. Mac over at the Military Arms channel has talked about some reliability things with submerging this gun in water. We're going to test that out and see what that does, and we'll kind of bring you along the way. But so far, my experience with this gun and other M&Ps that I've shot over the years and continue to shoot has been favorable overall. It's just a good all-around gun that shoots really well, really naturally, and I only have a grievance to talk about so far with the geometry. But we are going to check those two things that have been commented on from long range or accuracy and dependability when it comes to water. So reliability when it comes to water. So we'll kind of check those things out. But again, my experience with just normal shooting, normal wear and tear has been very favorable with this gun so far. And we're looking forward to the 2.0 coming to us to review over at the Arms Guide. You guys have a great one.